It's the Subway NFL Postgame show, and it worked against them last week for the Raiders this week. Oakland coach Lane Kiffin called a timeout before Phil Dawson's game-winning field goal attempt. He went on to kick and make, but because of the timeout, he had to do it again. Then he kicks it and has it blocked, and Oakland's 11-game losing streak is snapped with a 26-24 victory. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz alongside NFL.com's Pat Kirwan and CBS Sports Insider Charlie Casserly. And guys, Oakland finally wins a ball game, but we've been talking about this for 3 weeks now, that they've been in ball games, and they are doing it by pounding the football.
They are committed to the run, Jason, and Lane Kiffin told me that they were going into the season, they were going to do that. And they were absolutely outstanding in the third quarter of this game. They took control of the line of scrimmage, and they dominated the Cleveland Browns with the running game. And the best play to exemplify it, 4th and 1. They go for it at midfield in the middle of the third quarter and get a 7-yard run, running that stretch play to the left, which has become their bread and butter. Whether it's Justin Fargas or Lamont, they can do it.
186 yards on the ground, and Lamont Jordan over 100 again. But the other storyline in this one, Charlie, for the Raiders, they had to go to Dante Culpepper because Josh McCown got hurt. He did just fine.
Yeah, he really did. I actually watching Dante Culpepper in preseason. Two things hit me. One, dramatically different physically. His knee was healthy. He could move around, which is essential for him. I thought he outplayed McNown in preseason. The reason McNown starts, knows the offense is better, a little bit more mobile, but he came in the second half. He was efficient throwing the football. He did what he can do as far as accuracy goes, and move around a little bit in the pocket. Positive day for Dante Culpepper.
And it also helped, obviously, that the running game was there. Now, Pat, you and I have talked about this heading into games with the Raiders all season so far, is that the defense now has to learn how to hold the lead. Almost gave it up, but got the blocked field goal, and they finally were able to win one when they had the lead.
You referenced what Lane Kiffin learned 1 week ago about coaching savvy on the sideline. But let me go to that defense. This is the third week in a row this defense has been given the lead in the fourth quarter, and they almost didn't hold it again. And it was shocking at the end of the game. They played such a prevent defense that they rushed no one, and it landed up setting the opportunity for the field goal. Lane was on the radio this week talking about the tackling was bad, and the tackling still needs to be addressed.
On the other side here, Charlie, you got the Cleveland Browns, and they were down in this ball game 16-0 and came back, took the lead, then gave it up, and then all of a sudden Derek Anderson in the fourth quarter just turned it on. What are we learning about him from maybe what we saw last week to maybe what you saw from last week that he carried over to this week?
Well, Derek Anderson shows the ability to throw the football. He can make all of the throws, and really, Derek Anderson is part of the reason they're losing the ball game because of mistakes. Inconsistency in preseason cost him the starting position. Today you saw it. In the first half he was inconsistent. At the end of the game he got hot. He made some big-time throws. He's got a couple of big-time playmakers in Braylon Edwards and Kellen Winslow, and they came through for him too in the clutch.
And that was the point you made to me while we were watching the game, is that he's got two great playmakers, and Kellen Winslow was fantastic on the last drive, left with a limp. It looked like he took a little shot there, but he should be good to go for next week. All right, folks, that'll do it for the Subway NFL postgame show for Cleveland and Oakland. But for the rest of the day in Week 3, be sure to check out all over the net on the CBS Audience Network. For Pat Kirwan and Charlie Casserly, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care.